Yeah. Me and my wife were in some involved in a little bit of road rage this weekend, and it was nothing serious. It was kind of funny. I shouldn't be talking about road rage as funny, but this one's funny. I don't think road rage is funny. Road rage pisses me off when people commit road rage. They're being stupid, and usually I don't even react in road rage situations. I try to stay out of it. I try not to get involved. I try not to let people pull me into their bullshit. Sometimes I get a little confused when somebody's road raging me because I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I remember one time some guy was honking at me from behind, and then he's yelling at me, and then he raced forward. So we stopped at the light. And in this situation, I'm actually curious. I'm curious why this guy is fucking honking at me and fucking yelling at me. And this was a while ago. It's not something I would do now. And I said to him, as I rolled down my window, and we're side to side, stopped at the light, I said, what the fuck is your problem? And he said something about, you're driving too slow. And I said, mind your fucking business. And then none of us said nothing else to each other. But I don't do that. That is the wrong thing to do. When people try to get in, I let you in. Come on in, I let you in. I let you in because I don't like when people do it to me. I'm not doing it to you. I'm not in that big of a hurry. Usually I'm not gonna let you in. I'll let you in. If somebody cuts me off, they cut me off. I don't worry about it. I was driving once, and this little old lady we had two lane turn, and this little old lady was on the inside. She's like this, and I was on the outside, and the arrow turned, and so green. So we're both going. She's in my lane. She almost hits me, and I'm off in some other lane that doesn't exist. But I didn't honk at her, I did nothing, and she just went on driving. I try not to let that stuff get to me. I just kind of move on. I don't like bullies. So some people, they do this bullying thing, and I just don't like that. That just kind of gets to me. But I try to keep calm. Just take it easy. If I make an error and I know I made an error and somebody's honking at me, I'll try to pin on my move. I'll wave it off. They're looking behind me. I'll wave it off like an apologetic wave. And I'll try to go about my business. Usually they'll stop honking or they'll back off me. Usually, not always. So, I've only really, in my whole life, I've only been, that I can think of, 2 road rage situations where I'm actually involved in some sort of yelling match with somebody over a road rage situation. I've had 2 that I can think of. But usually people yell at me and they honk at me. I mind my own business. And that don't even happen a lot, like I said. But this weekend, though, I'm driving. Me and my wife, we're driving. And I'm driving, gonna go see this friend. I got a friend that's in this amazing rock band. And we're gonna go see him live, and we're looking forward to it. And so I was on the way, and I'm on this road that's about 45 miles an hour. That's I think the speed limit. So I was going about 45 miles an hour, and there was a turn lane on the other side. And as I'm approaching, there's a guy, and he's in between a couple cars, and all of a sudden his blinker comes on. Okay, but when the blinker came on, I didn't have enough time to react because I was going to try to let him in. I was going to try to, but I was just going too fast to brake. So I tried to brake, what I'm saying? But as I'm slowing down, my front end is like crossed over a little bit on his back end, so he wasn't going to be able to get in. So I just went in and took off, right? And I just moved on. And I probably shouldn't even stopped anyway. I'm going 45 miles an hour, but I thought I could do it because I usually, if somebody has their blinker on, if I can do it, I can do it. I couldn't pull it off. So I took off, and there's a few cars behind me. But I looked at my side view mirror. He's still sitting there, and I was like, he's sitting there for a while these other cars were coming. And I just didn't give it a second thought. We're just driving, and I was stopped at a light, and all of a sudden, the same car that I saw the blinker, I wasn't able to let in. He comes around on the other side of me where my wife was, and his window's down, and he starts yelling at me while he's driving. You fucking asshole! That kind of thing. And I thought it was funny, I actually thought it was funny. And I thought it was funny because, in my little mind, I'm thinking, I guess this is a road rage situation because he's yelling out his window, "You fucking asshole," at me, I guess, even though there's a car in front of me. So it's like, are you yelling at me, dude? Or are you yelling at the car in front of me? That's what I'm thinking. But I knew he was yelling at me because of what had happened behind me. So it was me. But still, that's what I was thinking in my mind. Who are you yelling at? Because you're racing by me, yelling. So I'm like, you trying to make it clear as me? Is that what you're doing? Because if you want to make it clear as me, you stop right next to my car, window to window, and then you start yelling, "You fucking asshole." Then I will be very certain who you're yelling at. I had to explain to my wife what was going on. I had to say, you know what? I think we're involved in some road rage. And she had to look around. Where? Because she wasn't sure. She heard him, but she wasn't sure what he was doing. And I just thought that was funny. Then he races up 3 cars. He just races up 3 cars and he cuts them off. And then he disappears. I don't know where he went. He disappears. But I was actually expecting the guy, because he was ahead of me yelling at me, I was actually expecting him just to cut me off. That's what I was expecting him to do. But he didn't do that. And so I thought, if you want to get my attention, you do those 2 things. 1, stop by my car, start yelling at me right there, side by side. 2, cut me off. If you're serious, you want to get my attention, you're trying to do some road rage on me, just cut me off. But he didn't do that. And then the other thing, and I says jokingly, fucking brake check me too. Make sure you brake check me. Slam on your brakes a little bit. Let me see those lights so I slam on my brakes. I have to stop. That's going to get my attention. It's going to piss me off, but it's going to get my attention that I am in road rage, that you're upset. And that's what I was kind of laughing to myself, because the guy just, like I said, raced up 3 cars, and then he disappeared. And then I'm thinking too, what the fuck are you so mad about? You turned your blinker on. You didn't give me no time to react. None. I tried to do what I could do, but I had no time to react, so I had to pull off. And this guy is mad at me. He didn't give me no time, and he is pissed off at me and then wants to swing around calling me names. I got my woman in the car. He's calling me names in front of my woman. You can't do no better than that. That's your reason for road rage? Stupid. The whole thing was stupid. The reason he had for road rage was stupid. Didn't give me enough fucking time. Then he whips around me, but he's not going to sit there and talk to me through my window. He wants to get ahead a little bit where it's safe. Then he races up forward and tries to run away and hide. The whole thing was fucking stupid. So yeah, I was laughing to myself. I was fucking laughing. But anyway, we went on to have a good night. My friend knocked it off at the park in his band. But that's all I got for you. Peace and hope, everybody.